Hello, chat. My heater is broken, so you gotta give it like a little bit of a little motion when you're wearing something like this, you know? We should play Campfire. Campfire background noise. Vampire dark romance? What the fuck? I typed in campfire and I thought I said vampire background noise. We gotta talk about the nominations, chat. We gotta talk about the nominations today. There is a lot to be said right now. This is just thegameawards.com. Wow, that's easy. Glad they got that domain. Start voting. Let's go. So, you have to log in first? Fuck. Holy shit, this website is breaking down. It's the traffic to the website, no doubt. So I'm going to look up the Game Awards nominees elsewhere. You know what? Fuck, I'm just going to deal with it. I might as well use the Game Awards main site just because it's their site. And like, they are the one putting on the show. Game Awards nominees 2024. It's an interesting list. There's a couple of these I'm going to skip because I'm just personally not interested in them. I'm not very big into the esports. I don't much care for content creator of the year, even though we do like good old Iron Mouse winning last year. I'm also not going to do most anticipated game because that's it's just an advertisement. It's literally just an ad. It's a trash category. Absolutely terrible. We have a lot of other ones here specifically. Best adaptation is an interesting one. Can I go like left and right? Oh, okay, I can. This one I'm actually pretty I'm gonna need okay, maybe I am too big. I'm gonna zoom in. No, I'm too big and I'm covering a side. There we go. Much better. So, here we are. So yes, best adaptation. This one is weird for me because like I'm gonna start from here and then go backwards. We'll go to Game of the Year afterwards. I'm pretty damn positive Arcane or Fallout's gonna win. I think they just kind of ran out of options elsewhere. Maybe the Knuckles one is fine, but I haven't heard great things about Like a Dragon, and I've never even heard of the Tomb Raider one. Arcane so far. No spoilers, but the second 3 episodes of Arcane 4 to 6 is like, bro, I love human misery. I love watching people suffer. It's so cinema. It's so awful. Oh, the misery. It's not going well. So it's great. So my vote would definitely be Arcane in that situation. I haven't seen Fallout yet. I hear it's good. Though Pat and Peach told me that it's really, really good. Best multiplayer. This is an interesting one. I don't know enough about Tekken to vote for that one. But out of all of these, I think I'm Helldiver pilled. Space Marines multiplayer is really good. I think its PvP is super underrated and really solid. But there's not enough, you know? There's just not enough stuff. If I had to choose, it would be between these two. Mario Party is not bad. I won't lie, they like nominate Call of Duty almost every year. This is probably the one year where it actually has a shot though. It's like the only time in like the last 5 years where it may have a shot. My guess is Helldivers, and I'll probably vote for Helldivers. There's 2 options, right? There's what I want to win and what I think will win. And for this one, I think I'm Helldiver pilled for both of them. Best sport / rate. I'm sorry. Sorry, but I got nothing. Best sim / strategy. So I don't know about this one. Obviously, I've only played one of these, and that's Frostpunk. Now, I love Frostpunk, but I've heard really good things about Unicorn and Manor Lords. I'm not quite sure on that one. I like Frostpunk too. It's pretty good. I don't think anyone would be upset if it won, but I don't know if it will because I just don't know the other categories well enough. Based on what people have told me about these other games, I don't think Frostpunk is gonna win. But I like it if 11-bit studios get some good stuff. Best family game. I'm sorry. Super Mario Party Jamboree or probably Astrobot. I'm told Astrobot is like the cream of the crop. It's like the greatest thing ever. So I'm assuming it'll probably be Astrobot or Super Mario Party. That's my guess. I'm sure it's going to be Astrobot probably. Best fighting game. I would be shocked if it doesn't go to Tekken. I know there's Dragon Ball, but I don't know, man. You really? Really? Dragon Ball has the recency bias? It does have the recency bias, that's true, but really? I mean, I've only heard like Tekken. The Mexicans will vote out Tekken. You're out of line, but you're right. Okay, maybe Dragon Ball, but I don't know. I feel like Tekken's gonna win. Best RPG. That's actually a tough one. I feel like Metaphor will win just because I've heard nothing but outstanding things about Metaphor, but that's a pretty stacked category. I hear Infinite Wealth is absolutely phenomenal. I've heard great things about Dragon's Dogma. We know about Elden Ring, obviously. That's just a really stacked category. I feel like Metaphor is going to win because Metaphor is also nominated for Game of the Year. And unfortunately, you get in this really weird situation where if you nominate a game for RPG and Game of the Year, you're assuming that the one that got nominated for Game of the Year is going to be the one. Oh no, here comes the DLC shouldn't get nominated questions. You're both wrong, chat. It's both terrible. There you go. DLC shouldn't be nominated, I agree. But this is a pretty fucking chunky DLC. So I don't know, man. I also don't think remakes and remasters should get nominated, but they're also totally different games. So I don't really know. As far as I'm concerned, maybe they should just make a fucking best DLC category. Centrist Andy? Oh, fucking, I don't know, man. I mean, it's true. You know, if you were like, they used to have that actually way back in the day. I remember because there was like a crazy year where it was Lair of the Shadow Broker and the Secret Armory of General Knox and like Undead or Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare was all like in the same year. Like it was a fucking goated year. Elden Ring is a huge DLC. It's basically its own damn game, but at the same time, it's a fucking DLC. So like, you know, I hear Cyberpunk's Phantom Liberty is an absolutely goated DLC, but. So whatever. Action adventure game. I cannot believe Star Wars Outlaws is on this. I am shocked. It's like Starfield paid nomination, honestly. I don't know, but probably not, but holy shit. Silent Hill 2 is phenomenal. I was actually a little shocked it didn't get a Game of the Year nomination. It doesn't feel very action adventure-y. I wouldn't put it anywhere else. If there was like wait, where is best horror game? That's such a good category. There's so many options there. If you're like, what's the most action adventure-y? I feel like Astrobot would be the one that wins this. But Silent Hill I really, really like, so I'm not quite sure. Best action game. Okay, that's a bit of a tough category there. I mean, it's probably between these three. Divers, Wukong, and Space Marine. I hear Stellar Blade's good, but not like the greatest thing in the world, and probably won't be COD. Probably go Divers or Space Marine. I'd probably go with that. That's yeah, it's pretty good. Warhammer's recency bias. Not that recent. It was like what, September? Got a few months. I wouldn't actually mind if it was Space Marine, because as far as action game goes, I consider it to be a pretty damn good action game. So I think I'd probably want Space Marine to win this. Yeah, you know I have my critiques, but as far as just like a bloody, gory, good time, Space Marine kind of does it. Why not Helldivers 2? Because there's multiple choices and I get to choose. This isn't a pancakes or waffles thing. This is a one's like a 9, one's like an 8-9. Best VR/AR. I don't know anything about this, but I've heard Metro Awakening is amazing. It's the bat. Best mobile game. All right, well, like, listen, I'm just saying. Okay, I do have a little bit of a question here on whether or not a mobile game should be a game specifically made for mobile as opposed to a game with a port for mobile, but Balatro sweep. So I don't care. There, you wanted me not to be a fence sitter. There it is. Balatro. I do think Zenless Zone Zero might get it, though. I think Balatro should win. And I think it might win because it's also nominated for Game of the Year. But Rat Girl, best debut indie game. This is not even a contest. This is not even a contest. That being said, goated category. That's a tough category. But I'm just saying, Balatro sweep. This reminds me of like last year where all of these other Game of the Years came up against Baldur's Gate 3. And as good as they were, it wasn't Baldur's Gate 3. And those aren't Balatro. So, best independent game. Well, so like, I have an assumption on what I'm looking for here. Another very goated category. But I'm just... Best community support. It is between No Man's and BG3. My first thought immediately was BG3, but No Man's might take that one. I would not agree with Helldivers. I'm torn. Baldur's or No Man's could win, and I'm fine with either of them winning. Counterpoint, Fortnite. Fortnite's good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's more of an ongoing, like the best, more of like an ongoing game type thing, as opposed to a community support type thing. I'm not sure about Final Fantasy. Oh, Final Fantasy 14. Well, okay, 14 might get it. I'm hoping it's No Man's or Baldur's. Best ongoing. Okay, you know what's hilarious in this one? You know I'm laughing about Destiny. I feel a little weird, though, because when you think about it, the content they did release for Destiny was really good this year. It was the final shape, and it was the best DLC they've ever done. So there is that. It's all the shit in the background that's pretty rough going on. So I'm a little weird on that one. I don't know much about Diablo, so I can't say much about that. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I feel like Fortnite gets this. I just think it does. I think it does. Or Final Fantasy. But I think Fortnite wins. Actually, I don't really care what wins in this category, if I'm being perfectly honest. Honestly, you know what should be in the best ongoing category here? Elden Ring, with its Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Games for impact. Oh no, not Life is Strange. I'm a Life is Strange hater. I've always been a Life is Strange hater. I've always despised those games. I find them grating and annoying. I don't think I play any of these games. I've heard Tales of Kenzura is really good. I don't know much about Indica or Neva, but most of you in chat say Indica and Neva. Balatro should have been there. Absolutely. It impacted my social life. It was actually an anti-social meeting. You know what? This would be actually a good category to maybe hop into on my own time and check it out. Innovation and accessibility. That's a hard one because I'm not someone who is impaired in any way.
I had a feeling you had ADHD.
I was just really drunk. So, chat, innovation accessibility is normally lots of colorblind options, settings for people who have amputees, things like that, not about the quality of the game. As someone who has never had to use these features, unfortunately, my ability for this is out. Best performance. Oh, okay. That's a hard one. Why is everyone so good looking? I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm aiming for Luke Roberts. I think Luke Roberts fucking crushed it. I'm just ooh, video game performances. 4 women, 1 man. I pick the man. Brianna White, Brianna? She's Aerith, who I remember from the original Final Fantasy VII as being goated with the sauce. Didn't play the new Life is Strange because I don't like Life is Strange. I don't know much about the Star Wars Outlaws performance. I don't remember it being phenomenal, or at least Game of the Year nominated. I'm assuming this is the same actress as Senua in the first Hellblade, and she was absolutely goated. She is so fucking good, and so I can totally see her nomination 100%. But I gotta be honest, James Sunderland in Silent Hill is just, his performance is not yelly and Oscar nomination screamy. It's so muted. It's so depressed and pathetic and sad. It makes it just so good, man. It's subtle and I love it. I absolutely love it. Everything that ticks Bricky's depressing media boxes. Exactly. Best audio design. Silent Hill was really fucking good. Though I know how Hellblade does their audio design, and it's also very good. COD is almost always nominated for audio. Yeah, normally it's for the general sound design and scape for a multiplayer match and things like that. I could see it being Hellblade and Silent Hill. What else? Score and music. Ooh, that's a hard one. Silent Hill is amazing, but it's also the same track as the old game, so I'm a little iffy on that one. But I bet Metaphor probably is goated. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Metaphor, yeah. Stellar Blade is a banger. Isn't Stellar Blade a lot like Nier? Yeah, it's horny Nier. Isn't horny Nier just Nier? It's redundant. It's just hornier Nier. Maybe I gotta play Metaphor because I'm not, I don't like JRPGs, but Persona 5 was good, so maybe I gotta get into it. Best art direction. I feel like Metaphor takes that too. Just from what I've seen, I feel like it takes it. Wukong? I could see that too. Monkey. Best narrative. I could see Like a Dragon taking this, actually. I wonder if Metaphor or it's also weird. I also feel weird about this because Silent Hill is it's Silent Hill again, you know, like it's the same thing again, even though they have changed it up still. It still feels a little strange. But I feel like RGG or Atlas maybe might snag it. Same thing with Final Fantasy Rebirth. Yeah, I'm about to say 2 remakes in the narrative category. Yeah, I don't like that, because if anything, the narrative is like the least expanded out of all the things compared to visuals, gameplay, sound design, acting, etc. It's the one thing that's the least changed. Oh, I guess Final Fantasy VII is a different story because they got the weird fucking... It's not a remake, it's a sequel, and it's actually like a retelling or a different... Right, they do that thing. What I hate Final Fantasy VII Remake. Nomura, you dick-sucking your own dick timeline ass-looking motherfucker. Game direction. Well... Look what we have here! Ah, yes. I won't lie, Metaphor also might take this, but maybe even Astrobot. Outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I feel like these 3 might be the ones, yeah. Astro, Balatro, and Metaphor. But I mean, like, Balatro, I mean, Okay, so originally, I didn't expect Balatro to even get on the list. Balatro has 5 nominations. 5. I'm thinking it actually has a chance. Maybe it won't win Game of the Year. I think it'll win Indie. I originally was like, no chance. Now I think there is a tiny chance. Balatro shouldn't be on this list. Kill that man immediately. Remove them from their mortal coil. It is absolutely supposed to be on this list. Wukong has massive popularity, but less so in the West, which is where this is taken. Astrobot is very, very popular, and everyone seems to love it. I think that one has a chance. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, despite its strengths, I don't know if it's going to... I don't know if it's gonna make it. It feels like as popular as it is, it's not quite gonna hit. I really hope Urge Tree doesn't win. Not only because of the shenanigans, I just don't think it deserves to win. I don't think it's as good as Balatro. I gotta be honest. I think Metaphor might take it, but I've got a little bit of a dark horse run here. I think Balatro might take it. Maybe like a 10% chance. I think I'm probably huffing in a little bit of copium. I didn't expect 5 nominees. If there was like 2, gotcha. But there's 5. I don't know, man. If you are like Bricky right now, you have to slam $1,000 on the table right now and bet on the game. You have no choice, and you want to make as much money as you can. I would bet on Metaphor. Of all of them, the highest percentage chance would be Metaphor. If I had to choose 2 games, I would gamble on Metaphor and Wukong. Now, what I want to win... I'm not gonna lie, chat. I actually think the categories here aren't too bad. There's a decent spread, you know? It's not just like action RPGs, even though there's like 3. It's mostly better than last year. I like it better than last year. I still think there should be a couple other categories, and maybe some that are a little bit stupid, some that are very fucking stupid, like anticipated game. But I don't mind it today. The fact that we have a JRPG, a heavy like a action RPG, a Souls-like, you know, I guess another action RPG, but then like an indie card deck builder and like a platformer, funny, goofy, fun Astrobot type of game is, I don't know, like that's some real variety there, you know? Chat, that is it for talking about all of this. What say you we...